Welcome to Georgia. No, not the U.S. state famous for peaches, but the country of Georgia, located at the crossroads of Europe and Asia. Here in the South Caucasus lies a land with a history stretching back thousands of years, where ancient traditions meet modern life. Georgia's cultural identity is deeply rooted in a long and complex history, marked by resilience and moments of external influence. From the legend of the Golden Fleece, born in the ancient kingdom of Colchis and connecting Georgia to the ancient Greek world, to the heroic struggles against Mongol and Ottoman invasions. This is a country that has proudly preserved its language and culture through it all. I first came to Georgia back in 1982 during Soviet times. The language, the people, and the culture fascinated me then. And now I've returned in 2025 to rediscover this remarkable country with its unique language and culture. In this video, I'll take you on a journey into the Georgian language, one of the world's oldest living tongues, with no relatives among any other language family. We'll explore what makes it so unique, what challenges it poses for Indo-European speakers like myself. The Kartvelian family comprises 4 languages. Georgian
Kartveli
is the most widely spoken, serving as Georgia's official language, with approximately 4 million speakers worldwide.
Svanuri
is spoken in the highland region of Svaneti in northwestern Georgia. Svan is the most divergent of the
Kartveli
languages, having split from the common ancestor earlier than the others. Megrelian is
Margaluri
also known as Mingrelian. It is predominantly spoken in the Megrelo region of western Georgia.
Lazuri
is found mainly along the southeastern Black Sea coast, in northeastern Turkey and parts of southwestern Georgia. While Georgian is the state language and widely used in education and media, the other 3, Svan, Megrelian, and Laz, are primarily spoken in specific regions and communities. These languages are often used in daily life but lack official status and are considered endangered. Despite sharing a common ancestral language, these 4 languages are not mutually intelligible. For instance, a native Georgian speaker without prior exposure would not understand Svan or Megrelian. However, Megrelian and Laz share more similarities and are sometimes considered dialects of a single language called Zan. Still, even between these 2, mutual intelligibility is limited. So what's so hard about learning Georgian for Indo-European speakers? First of all, Georgian has an extensive case system. That means Georgian nouns and pronouns are inflected for case, as in most Slavic languages, but with significant differences. Let's take a look at how the noun man inflects for each case. The nominative case represents the subject of the sentence. The man is coming.
Katsi modis.
The ergative case in Georgian is used for the subject of a transitive verb in the past tense, but not the present tense. I find that very interesting because it's the same in Nepali. The man wrote a letter.
Katsma tserili datsera.
The dative case is used for indirect objects or recipients. I'm talking to the man.
Me kats sveubnebi.
The genitive case indicates possession. This is the man's car.
Es aris katsis mankana.
The instrumental case is used to show something is used as a tool or means, but it can also mean with. I go to work with that man.
Me mivdivar samsakholshi im katsit.
The adverbial case indicates status, role, or manner. He became a man.
Is iktsa katsad.
The vocative case is used for directly addressing someone. Hey man, come here.
Katso. Modi ak.
Learning Georgian verbs feels like solving a puzzle. Every piece conveys meaning about who is doing what, to whom and when. There's logic behind it, but it takes time to decode. Split ergativity in Georgian. Georgian, like many languages in the Caucasus, uses a different system for marking subjects and objects, which can be confusing for English speakers. In English and most Indo-European languages, the subject of a sentence is always treated the same way, whether it's I go, I see, or I fell. But Georgian is different. It uses what's called a split ergative system, meaning the way subjects and objects are marked depends on verb tense and aspect. I previously mentioned that you can see this in Nepali too. irregularities in verbal morphology, as if Georgian verbs weren't complex enough with their person markers, version markers, as well as the tense and aspect systems. Many of the most common verbs are also irregular, which means their conjugation doesn't follow standard patterns. You can't always predict how a verb will behave just by knowing its root. Learning these irregular forms takes time and exposure, not just memorizing, but listening to how they're actually used by native speakers. Next, we confront pronunciation difficulties in Georgian. Georgian has sounds that don't exist in most Indo-European languages, especially the ejective consonants, which are pronounced with a burst of air from the glottis.
Puri, Katsi, Tre, Tsigni, Chama,
Georgian uses its own unique script, called
Hedruli,
It's graceful and distinctive, made up of 33 letters, and unlike most scripts, it has no capital letters at all. At first it may look unfamiliar, especially if you're used to Latin or Cyrillic alphabets. But here's the good news.
Hedruli,
Is phonemic. That means each letter corresponds to exactly one sound, no silent letters, and no strange spelling rules like in English.
ABGD, EVZT, IKLM, NOPJRST, UPKRQ, ŠČCZC, ČHJH. My name is Tango.
And where are you from?
I'm from Georgia.
Where in Georgia?
Kartvelian region, Gori municipality, village Khidistavi.
Do you think Georgian is a difficult language?
I think yes.
Why?
No, every language is difficult, but if you're interested, you can learn Georgian easily. But I think Georgian language is really difficult, yeah.
The writing is very difficult. And what about the pronunciation?
Pronunciation is also difficult because we have some special words, and for foreign people, it's difficult for pronounce.
Yeah.
But if you want to try a lot of times, it will be easy, of course.
So you live in Gogi, and you're a sixth-generation winemaker.
I live in Gori municipality. Gogi is my father. In our family, I'm sixth generation, yeah, who follow winemaking.
Do you have a dialect here of Georgian?
Every region has own dialect, and Kartli, where I lived, Kartlian dialect is our, how can I say, literature dialect. Yeah.
Can people from Tbilisi understand you?
Of course, because I can understand whole Georgian
No,
dialect.
but I mean when you speak the dialect. Thank you. Georgian isn't just a language. It's a doorway into one of the world's oldest and most resilient cultures. From its beautiful script to its complex grammar, it challenges how we think about language itself. For Indo-European speakers, it's not always easy, but that's part of what makes it so rewarding. Would you like to give it a try? Thank you for listening. Please take a look at my website, polyglotdreams.com, to learn about how I have studied over 30 languages during the past 5 decades. There you will find my memoir, A Life in 30 Languages. The book is available in numerous languages. There are also dual language editions as well as language learning sets that include audio editions. You can use them to greatly increase your listening comprehension and general language study.